Women are not oppressed in the United States. Toria, right? Am I saying your name right?
Mm-hmm.
You disagree?
Not.
I think you might be the only one who disagrees.
Wait, women are not.
Yeah, you're the only one.
Circle it is.
Circle if you disagree with the statement. So, women are not oppressed in the USA. So if you circle disagree, it would indicate that you think women are oppressed in the United States. Which is your position, right?
Yeah.
Okay, how are women oppressed?
My brain is not working right now.
Yeah,
I
I'm
am
tired
cooked.
Damien. I don't know why I repeated here. We need energy shots. You're taking an energy shot, and you're taking an energy shot.
Yeah, I'm
Performance
tired.
time.
Yeah.
Can you pour it into the little mini cups? They get to take little mini shots like they're little dwarves. You guys are dwarves.
Little dwarves.
Little dwarves. Who else wants a shot of energy juice?
Yeah, let me get one too.
You're taking it. You're taking it. If you say you're tired on the podcast, you got to take one. She's taking one. Perfect. While you are in a comatose state, why don't you explain to me, though, how women are oppressed?
Brain
Hello, are
is
you on
not connecting.
drugs? Hello?
I am.
You wait. Oh,
I need,
she just said
I
yes.
need to pass this.
You're the only one who said yes. So you're the only one. You can't pass it. There's no one to pass to.
He's asking like,
Just two, Damien. Just two shots.
do women have rights here, or do
Well-
we not have? Well, do women not have rights?
Well, are they oppressed?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
We're not quite. Well, she also said women. She disagrees that women have equal rights to men in the USA. So we'll just combine those two. That's 11. Chris, you also think women do not have equal rights to men in the United States.
What did I say? Hold on.
You want to just give it to her and we'll just pass it down?
Yeah.
Pass it down.
Thank you.
Was that one of the
For her.
Yeah.
little small ones, Damien, or the from a bottle? Celsius. Okay, so it's not much.
Nice.
Enough caffeine to get you guys going. Though. Okay, here, I'll skip to you while she gathers her brains.
So, wait, were you asking me a question?
Women have equal rights to men in the USA. You disagree. Why is that?
So, I messed up. I was
my
thinking
God.
something else.
What were you thinking? Or lack thereof?
Just how it's technically not a right, so I filled that out wrong.
What is?
In other words, I feel like men think they could have two girlfriends, but it's wrong for a woman to have two boyfriends. Like, let's say you're in a relationship. They want two girlfriends, but you can't have two boyfriends. But that's not a woman's...
Yeah,
So I goofed up on that. Sorry.
I mean, and a woman could have that exact same dynamic. She could dictate that dynamic to a man. She could be like, you're going to be monogamous to me, but I'm going to fuck other dudes.
No, but I'm saying it's crazy that men think it's not the same. Like, I actually had this argument earlier today.
I mean, we could probably argue that.
Yeah, definitely could
We could
argue
argue
that.
it.
Definitely could argue that.
So you're saying, like, let's just say you're allowed to have two
No,
girlfriends.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I think you were saying how there's a difference. Men point out how there's a difference.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's wrong. So the difference would be men have a natural revulsion to female promiscuity. Here's why. So because of paternity uncertainty, if a woman is sleeping with 10 different men, who's the father?
Okay, what if they don't want children?
I know, but
It's not the point. It's psychological. That means we still behave as if that's the case, even
Okay.
if that's not the case.
Subconscious.
well put. Very well put, Q. We still behave as if that's the case.
We don't have
It's kind of like, for example, why are men attracted to women with large breasts and wide hips? Because this woman is conceivably more fertile, better suited, the big breasts, more milk, wide hips, better birthing, fucking canal. But when a man is engaging with a woman just for a casual sexual encounter, he has no intention of having a child with her. But the things in which make him attracted to that very thing are related to
Her
childbirth.
ability to give birth.
Childbirth.
Right.
But he's like, I don't want to have a kid with her. But like, he's attracted to her and wants to have sex with her because of those markers.
Okay.
It's evolutionary psychology.
Right. Yeah, and generally, expecting fathers and then fathers who are like very monogamous, they have very low testosterone levels too, compared to men who are single, which they've found. I don't know if you're familiar with
No,
those
yeah, I'm
findings.
familiar with all of it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, wait, let me ask. Okay, so there is actually something completely random, and I wonder if you heard this study. There's been a new study that women that are married with children compared to women that are single or in a relationship, the woman that is married with the child is more depressed than the other party.
That wasn't the results.
There's been studies on that recently.
No, that wasn't the results. It was about perception. It was women. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
I
but it
really
was-
hope you do, but it literally said women that have children are married are more depressed.
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
yeah,
why-
but where did you see that study at? Because a lot of times, what will happen is the people who report the studies, they misinterpret the studies and they sensationalize the heading. They don't actually read the study to understand what the findings actually were.
Mm-hmm.
So you could be. That's why I'm saying, where'd you see that study at? Because if it was by a news outlet or like New York Post or something like that, is very
It's a
likely.
pretty public thing. Not like I could search it up right now, but it's pretty public.
Do you remember?
You could just Google it, and multiple things will come up, and multiple studies.
Because I've seen similar studies that report the opposite.
I have not.
Look, I'll get back on track here. So, okay, did you take your energy shot or whatever? Women have equal rights to men in the USA. Women are not oppressed in the USA. You disagree with both of these statements. So in what way do women not have equal rights to men in the USA?
So I think naturally women and men are already different. It's not equal.
How so?
And there's a lot of also internalized oppression. Maybe it's not here anymore, but throughout history, women had to fight for suffrage and do a lot to earn their rights. And I think even myself, like, I have some of that internalized, like, oh, I don't respect if a woman is in charge as much sometimes, which I've come to terms
Why?
with and saw.
Is there a reason why?
Because of the way I think I've understood the patriarchy and saw myself through that lens,
So it's the patriarchy's fault. Like there's been no pattern recognition when you've had like a female boss.
Well, I think just like in the past, yeah,
Okay.
and noticing that within myself.
Yeah. So I mean, okay, we can talk about like historical stuff, but like, how about just maybe to make it a little easier? Are there any rights that a man has today that a woman doesn't?
It's changing now. Like abortion stuff. Different,
I'll
but I'm
address
not
that, but
saying-
is there anything else besides abortion?
Probably are. I'm not thinking of them right now.
I can give you a moment if you'd like to try to manifest one, but okay, well, while you're manifesting one of the ways in which women don't have equal rights to men in the United States today, I guess on the abortion thing, men don't have any reproductive rights. So I actually think you're almost making the opposite argument, that women have more rights than men do.
But what reproductive rights do men need?
They are fathers. They contribute to pregnancy, but they don't have any rights.
I mean, I guess there's you sign the prenup, and there's also that shit.
They're sign a prenup. What do you mean?
I don't know.
You, come on.
I don't know.
You wait. Please don't play with the cup.
Sorry.
I was just gonna say, I think that like on the question itself, and just like something I always try to like encourage other like American women to recognize, and just like while we have this moment, is that a lot of the time we're actually really privileged here in America to have the rights we do as females, and there's countries like Iraq and
Afghanistan.
Iran, Afghanistan, where I literally saw a story of a young woman's tongue being cut out of her mouth for speaking poetry in the public square. So we are extremely privileged, even if certain people feel like certain things have been skewed, maybe not in the favor that they'd like. And so that's always something I just try to like encourage us to remember, is that we're actually extremely privileged compared to other countries in our rights and oppression, that kind of stuff.
And I actually think that's a byproduct. I actually think that's a byproduct of just how privileged you are, because you start to create phantom issues. You start to believe that things are actually wrong and want to look for problems in society, especially as women, because you have it so good. Because if you could compare the state of American society for women to other countries where women are still second-class citizens, you realize, like, damn, we do have it made. Like, we could easily not have education, we could not be allowed to speak, we could, all of these
not
things
be
that women
in
in other
public by yourself,
Mhm.
all of that.
Yeah.
I feel like in other countries, women are seen as like property almost, where they just can't express themselves as much as we are able to here. Like we can wear crop tops, we can like flash our boobs, we can do all that, and like
We can have these conversations.
yeah, like
openly and it not really
And not be
a problem.
persecuted.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Were you able to, in that moment, were you able to think of any ways